Hey friends, vinyl community, Wes here, back with another Vinyl Survivor video. I've been listening to just tons and tons of music lately, which is really a good thing. I'm really happy that I've been had a lot of time to be listening to stuff lately, and I've got a stack of stuff here that I'm going to be keeping, so I wanted to share those with you before I file them away up in the collection. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. This is probably going to be pretty long. Like I said, I got a pretty big stack here, but there's a lot of really great things in here that I want to talk about, and maybe see if you maybe if you're interested, you can look into them more. The first thing is something somebody posted on the YouTube Facebook page. This is a Swedish psych band called Dungen, D-U-N-G-E-N, and the name of the album is Skit I Alt. And I'll try to annotate the video with titles. I know some people have been asking for that lately, and it is a great idea just to help people out. So this was a really cool find. It was on clearance on now I can't think of, maybe Hastings. It was on clearance somewhere for like $4.75 with $1 shipping or something. So it came out to $5 and $5.75 or something to get this to the house. It was just really cool. I don't have much psych music aside from like the Black Angels. I really don't have any modern psych music at all. So this was really cool to add to the collection. A really cool sounding album. And I really enjoyed it. It's a limited number here. I got 522 out of 3,000. That was cool. So yeah, that was the first thing. Something I just got. I didn't even have a chance to do a vinyl inbox showing this. There's several in here that I've gotten in the past couple weeks. I just haven't done an inbox. So this is sort of a inbox and a Survivor combined into one. So yeah, if this is still available, I definitely recommend it if you're into psych music. And unfortunately, this doesn't happen to me often. Normally the stuff I get through the post office is in pretty good shape, but somebody at the post office stepped on the package and there's a crease along the top of the album there, so that was disappointing. Okay, next thing we got here is Paul Simon's self-titled. This is a classic. This is just friggin' killer. This is, as I said on Facebook, this totally destroys Graceland as far as being a great album. Just great stuff on here. Yeah, just really good stuff. The song most people know off of here is Me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard, but the whole album is just incredible. Yeah, it's definitely, absolutely, this is a dollar bin kind of thing. As Zach said, absolutely get this. Moving on, we got MC Hammer's Too Legit to Quit. This is something I bought earlier this year from oldies.com. I think they got a bunch of sort of new old stock sort of records that were still sealed, and this is one of them. Definitely one I'm happy to have in my collection. It's really cool. This is a Spanish pressing of this album, and there's actually about 3 songs on here that aren't on the CD. The cassette I have of this album actually has 4 songs that aren't on the CD, so this is one where I have multiple formats of, but it's a good album. Probably his last really good album. A lot of good songs on here, and it sounds really great on vinyl. Actually, I was enjoying it. It's been a while since I've listened to it, and I was played it this weekend, I guess, sometime, and I was really enjoying it. So next up, we have the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. This is Dirt, Silver, and Gold. This is basically a compilation of their first 10 years. It's a 3 LP set. really good stuff. I don't know if I'd buy any more Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, but to have this 3 LP set is really cool. Okay, so the next thing we have here is another definite recommendation. This is Rick Wakeman with the Myths and Legends of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. Really cool. It says like I described it as nerd rock just because if you're into sort of medieval fair kind of things, this is definitely a rock album for you. Really neat album. This one has a cool booklet in it. The artwork on the inside is really amazing. Love to have a poster of that. And also comes with a booklet. So, it's definitely a recommendation. Next thing, sort of changing gears here, we have some modern jazz. This is Earl Clues' Life Stories. Really cool, just sort of nice, chill kind of music. It's typical of stuff that was produced in the 80s. It can get cheesy at times, but at other times there's some really good stuff on here. So this is enjoyable to have. Okay, next up we have another Rick Wakeman. This is White Rock. This is for a soundtrack he did for a movie about the Winter Games in Innsbruck. And it is very, it's very, what do you call it? Score. It's a film score, and it has that sort of sound to it. There's a lot of emotion to it. There's a lot of different sort of sounding pieces here. It doesn't really flow. It's more of just sort of different pieces that represent different parts of the movie. But it was really enjoyable to listen to. Very, very sort of electronic-y. Of course, this is just Rick Wakeman by himself, sort of playing every type of keyboard and synthesizer he could find, I think. But yeah, it was a cool one. I definitely want to keep that. This next one is another, well, it's not new, but it's new to me. Last December I decided I wanted some more Christmas vinyl, and I went out to the thrift stores, and I guess everybody else had the same idea because all the Christmas stuff that normally see in the thrift stores was gone. Even those horrible Firestone records that everybody sees at thrift stores, they were gone. So I've kind of made it my goal this year to sort of pick up cool Christmas albums as I see them, even though it's not the holiday season. So this is one I found that was really cool. It's a Nunsuch Christmas. This is from 1969. I have Baroque, Renaissance, and Middle Ages Christmas music on here, and it's exactly that. It's not the traditional Christmas songs, but it definitely has a Christmas feel to it. Really pretty artwork on the cover. Sounds great. So this was a really cool find. I found this at the Hospice thrift store. Another new to me one. This is the Mars Volta Nocturnicate. I know a lot of people in the VC have been picking this up, and I hadn't listened to anything from the Mars Volta before this, and everybody was saying how this was very electronic and sort of a change of pace for them, and it interested me, so I went ahead and ordered this in. I have listened to it. I'm not in love with it yet. I think it's going to take some more listening to sort of get where it's going. But it is very cool. Very cool package. As people have shown, it's got some 3D inner sleeves, and there's a poster. Here is the poster. Very cool. I know people were saying that they would rather this be a gatefold than have this poster, but I kind of like the poster, having it by itself, where you could actually, keep the album sleeve shelved away, and you could hang the poster up if you wanted to. Yeah, I'm not offended that it's not a gatefold. It's when things are gatefolds, like that Rick Wakeman album that I was talking about that had cool inner artwork. You can't really hang that on the wall. So this is cool. I like that. I'm not disappointed in that at all. And then the covers are sort of have these 3D images on them. And the vinyl is colored vinyl. First one is sort of a little bit translucent, sort of dark yellow, almost orange yellow, and it has these cool square labels on there, and the groove doesn't go all the way in, so the turntable doesn't return when it reaches the end of these records. So that was interesting. I have a mess to clean up after I'm done here. And the second disc is on a slightly marbled blue vinyl, and the same square labels. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I've been it's going to take some more listening for me to really decide how I feel about Nocturnicate. There's the 3D glasses that it comes with to look at the sleeves with. But yeah, like people said, it's very electronic. The people that say there's not a lot of guitars, I'm going to have to disagree with them. There's quite a bit of guitar on this album, but it's highly processed, I guess I could say. There's a lot of electronic manipulation going on with the guitars, so they're there. You have to listen for it. But yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty interesting. Not something I would typically listen to. So anyway, I rambled on enough about that. Next thing, we got a couple of Pete Fountain albums. This is Crescent City. I won't spend too much time with these. I don't know. There's just something about the clarinet that just, I don't know. It sounds really good to my ears. So that's why I keep buying these Pete Fountain albums. Very soothing to me. It says Swing Low, Sweet Clarinet. Okay, next up we have Top Gun soundtrack. Classic soundtrack. It's got Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone, Take My Breath Away, Berlin, the Top Gun anthem. Yeah, it's a cool 80s soundtrack. I had to dig this out because on Glee they did Take My Breath Away recently in one of the last couple episodes of this season, and I had to dig it out and hear the original. I love that song, so got that. Another recent purchase that I didn't get a chance to do an inbox for. This is Gotye, Making Mirrors. I'm sure everybody is aware of this. The Somebody That I Used to Know song is on heavy rotation now in American radio, and apparently it's made its way around Europe last year, so I'm sure a lot of people hate this, but I enjoyed it. Really nice pop music. Next up is Volta and the Hometown Band. It's a Canadian band. A little bit sort of folky, but not real folky. If Gordon Lightfoot had a band, this is kind of what it would be like, I would think. But interesting stuff. Next up, we got Hiroshima, Another Place. Another sort of modern jazz, new agey kind of thing. Very cool. At first, I was a little bit turned off on this, and then as I got further into it, I started to get it, and it's really beautiful. I really do enjoy this a lot. Really beautiful soundscapes they're making here. And the woman, I don't know which one is the singer, but she has a beautiful voice. So that's Hiroshima, Another Place. Next up we got the 12-inch single for Whitney Houston, So Emotional. This one has a poster in it. I don't think I've ever seen a 12-inch with a poster. This one does. There we go. Cool stuff there. Next up we got, this is Cher, self-titled. Another one I really enjoyed. My favorite song on here is Bang Bang. That's a really great song. Yeah, this is the album with Skin Deep on it. I think that was the single off this album, but cool. I like some Cher every now and then, so that's a nice addition to the collection. Next thing we got soundtrack to White Nights. I do enjoy soundtracks, so this is a add to my soundtrack collection. 12-inch single Taylor Dayne, Tell It to My Heart. Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine, Turn It Loose, or Let It Loose, sorry. This is the one with Rhythm Is Gonna Get You on it. Next up we have Guess Who, Power in the Music. I was all ready to hate this, and actually I really enjoyed it. It's really good. So this is definitely a recommended Guess Who album. Very enjoyable. Next one, another classic that most people have, Stevie Wonder's Intervisions. Very cool. I think there's a booklet in there also, but I won't bore you with that anymore. Got a lot of stuff to go through here. Got Aretha Franklin, Who's Zoomin' Who? Sort of her 80s comeback sort of thing here. And last but not least, another classic Stevie Wonder album, Songs in the Key of Life. Great, great album. I actually like this better than Intervisions. This has got Sir Duke, Knocks Me Off My Feet, Pastimes Paradise, Isn't She Lovely? Just, yeah, some great stuff on here. It's got a bonus 7-inch with 4 extra tracks on it, and it's a 2-album set, and it's got a lyric booklet, so really thick, a lot of music here, a lot of cool stuff, so yeah, that's what I've been listening to lately. The new stuff that I've been listening to. Like I said, I've been enjoying having the time to listen to new stuff, and haven't been buying as much lately. So it's really good to be listening to more than I've been buying. Maybe I can knock down my overstock a bit and get it to a situation where I can buy some more. So I hope everyone's having a great week. Thank you for watching. Sorry this was so long. I hope if you stuck with me this long, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And leave me some comments, and we'll see you again real soon. Cheers.